Hello everyone, this is Chanton Duos here, and today I'm going to be doing what if Issei Hyodo was the reincarnation of Trunks. I'm going to pause real quick. Okay guys, sorry about that. So we're going to start the what if at where after the Kokobio fight. Issei was at home. He was at home reading his pervertic books, pervertic stuff, whatever he has of being a pervert, that's what he had. As he heard his parents talking about him. Issei decided to go downstairs to the kitchen to grab a snack, as he saw his parents were looking at him angry, and said to him to come here. As he went there, his parents started to talk, as they said, they will be disowning Issei. Issei was asking, "Why are you doing this to me?" They said in an angry tone, "Because you're a perv. Nobody in their family is one and has been one." And Issei understood what they meant. Then, then after a few minutes, he got a lecture from his parents. He decided to leave. He packed up and left. All of his pervy books and all of his books and stuff, he left it on his bed in his house. Now, he was thinking if Rias would let him stay with her. Well, we're going to break the news for you, Issei. You're not gonna have a nice life. Then Issei saw her. Then Issei was walking to the club room. He saw a new guy in the club room, talking with Rias and everyone else. Then Issei heard the guy's name. His name was Alex. As Issei walked in, he heard Alex say, "How are we supposed to tell him?" Then Rias said we had to tell him. Then Issei walked in and said, "Hi, what do you guys mean? What do you guys mean to tell me?" As Rias shot a light on Issei's guts. As Issei said, "What the hell was that for?" As he saw Rias smiling with Alice. As she kissed Alice, then Akano kissed Alex too. As Rias said, then Issei asked, why would you do that, Rias?" Then Rias said, "You're worthless, Issei. This is why we decided to get rid of you." Then Issei said, "So even my own classmate or the person I thought I loved would do this the same." Then Issei started to laugh and said, "I thought you were my friend, Rias." Rias said, "You're just a perv who wanted to be a stupid dream without power." As Issei laughed and said, "Why would I care? I knew you would do this sooner or later." Then Drake laughed and said, "So you knew this would happen?" And Issei said, "Yeah, and I also know that you planned this for them while I was unconscious. And I also know you want to leave me. So you can leave now." Issei, being the nice person he is, he ripped out Drake from his hand and let him fly off. Issei was smiling as he looked up at Rias, as he used the last bit of his energy and pointed at her as a light began to circle around Issei's hand and cut her cheek. Then, a few minutes later, Rias got angry and grabbed Issei and teleported to a waterfall. As Issei, oh god, as Issei was, I'm gonna pause real quick. Sorry, as Issei was at the middle of falling and being held. Ria said, "This is the end of you, Issei Hyodo." As Issei just laughed and said, "I know this is the end for me. I know this is the end for me, Ria's Creamery. And I don't care. And one more thing, Rias. You better hope I'm dead. Because if I'm not, I will ruin your life. I will make everything you hope of making go the opposite way. You'll no longer be the most powerful group if I'm alive, Rias. So you better hope I'm dead. As Rias got angry and said, like who would want a person like you on their team? So die a hell, you pervert. Then Rias let go of Issei into the water. Issei was smiling with his face and said, well, this is the end of me. I lived a good life. Then when Issei crashed into the water, Rias laughed. Then he woke up in his mind. Issei saw a blue-haired man standing there. This was Trunks. Trunks, the son of Bulma and Vegeta. Trunks hugged Issei and said, don't worry, you're going to be fine. Then Issei said, who are you? And Trunks said, I'm Trunks. A Saiyan, and you're my reincarnation. As Issei said, reincarnation? What do you mean? As Trunks explained that I died from old age and decided to send my power to someone who needed it. As Issei was confused but got his explanation, as Trunks said, it's time for you to wake up. As Issei woke up in the water, he started to yell. All the power made an aura appear him that started to change him. The hand that was the hand that was the hand that once had it was bleed up. I'm gonna pause. I need to do something. Sorry about that, guys. My father was looking for me, so I had to do something. And okay, so yeah, a white aura was on Issei's body. It started to change how he act. His once known brown hair changed into a light blue. It was a light blue, the same like this one. The same that you see on the screen. The same as Future Trunks from Dragon Ball Super, that one. His once skinny body went to the same as Future Trunks. His once black eyes went blue. Everything that Future Trunks has, he has it now. As Issei stopped, a few hours later, Issei stopped yelling. The white aura started to leave him. As his body went autopilot, he flew out to a location that when Trunks was controlling his body, he flew up to a location where there was a time machine that they used that was built as a capsule corp machine that Trunks had to make his mother leave for him, as if his power was given into many different worlds. She had to leave for him a copy of his sword, or one of them is the original. As his body went autopilot to that place, he landed it in next to it as Issei fell back to sleep. Then Trunks said, well kid, this is as far as I can take you to. I healed your body and everything, but the price of that is that you'll look like me. Then Issei said, as long as I get rid of that look, I don't care. And Trunks just tapped him on the head and made him go back to his body. Issei was looking around. All he saw was a machine covered in grass in color green. And he saw something on the floor. A box. Issei got up and felt as he grabbed his hair and saw that it was blue. Issei, I'm gonna pause real quick. Sorry about that. People keep bothering me with the book. They keep bothering me through opening the door, and that's all. Yes, Issei opened the box. He saw the same clothes Future Trunks from Dragon Ball Super wears. Everything that he wears, he had it. The sword was on the bottom of all the clothes. Issei took the sword and put it on his back. as he saw a scissor on the box. He saw his hair and saw a picture of Trunks. So he decided to cut his hair with the scissors and look like Trunks. As Issei smiled at this and told Trunks, "Hey Trunks." And he said, "Yeah, what is it? Can you train me to use his power?" Then Trunks smiled at him and said, "Okay, let's get a move on." As Trunks said, "We're gonna be working on your body. So we're gonna spend a year that Issei will be training on his body and on his ki control. So we're gonna be going 5 months later. Issei was training on his sword skill. Issei had a muscle and had muscle like future Trunks from how do you call Cell Sega? Yeah, the Cell Arc. He has the same amount of muscle as the Cell Arc, but it looks like he doesn't have any because of the jacket that he wears. Then and yeah, I forgot more to explain one more thing. Uh I already picked the ship for this, so it's gonna be Rhaenyra, but there's a twist to this. I don't know why I decided to do this, but I wanted to try it. So yeah, Rhaenyra is gonna be a yandere. I was seeing a lot of weird ships when I was watching 3 other YouTubers. What if? So I decided to do a yandere ship. It's gonna be interesting because in this one, Rhaenyra wasn't killed by Issei or anyone. Issei found out why Rhaenyra decided to kill him. She was giving orders to help her family and everything else. So she had it to. But when Issei and her had the date, she liked it. So she didn't want to kill him, but she had it to protect her kind. But she told at the end she whispered something that Issei could hear. He heard that she will bring him back by using Twilight healing. So that Issei just gave her pity and didn't kill her. He just told her to go back to her boss and tell him to never do that again. So it went like that instead of killing. So we're gonna go back to Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra heard rumors about Issei Hyodo being kicked out of the club room, so she started to look for him. So Rhaenyra has been looking for him for 5 months, and she decided to ask Rias. She asked Rias about, "Hey Rias, have you seen Issei Hyodo?" Then Rias started to laugh and said, "That kid. Him. Oh, I haven't seen him for 5 months. He might as well be dead." Uh, then Rhaenyra got a bit angry and sad about this as she went in front of Rias, grabbed her by her shirt collar and said, "You better not tell me that you killed Issei." Then Rhaenyra activated her holy light, as Rhea said, "If you do that, you'll start war with the fallen angels and the demons." Then Rhaenyra just calmed down and said, "Where is Issei and what have you done with him?" As Issei is just no, as Rhea said, "I don't know and I don't care. He's not in my group anymore." Then Alex came in and said, "Why would you care about him? Come, I can give you a better time than him." As Rias gave him a look of disgust. Not Rias, Rhaenyra gave him a look of disgust and left. Then Alex and his side was saying, "What does she like about that pearl? He doesn't even have anything good." And there's just one more clue. Alex is one of Issei's old friends. So remember that. If you guys can remember that this is Issei's old friend, you'll be seeing a part. If you guys have seen the Dragon Ball series where Trunks goes berserk in his Super Saiyan transformation, that part will be soon enough be happening. On the part 2, that'll be happening. Then we come back to Issei. Issei over the 5 months has been working on his body. Like I said, he has the same body figure like future Trunks on Cell Sega, and he has been training on ki control. He has been able to manipulate his for life energy and be able to do all the attacks that Trunks does. But in the beginning, he only has Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. For his first attack, he'll have Kamehameha because in one of the arcs that I've seen on Dragon Ball, uh, Trunks has been able to learn Kamehameha, Flashbang, full power energy wave, and flying. That's all. The other attacks I won't give him until his berserk mode. Until he goes berserk. So then, the other 5 months, Issei has been trying to go over his limit, but he has to remember he has to go through anger. So Trunks decided to go through his memories and show him the angry memories of his, that the ones that he couldn't protect, as the ones that Grievous killed them and betrayed him. As he started to get angry, as he yelled out in anger, he kept yelling and yelling as massive amount of powers went flowing through the whole world. Because remember, even though Trunks is a half Saiyan, since there's no Ki Force in this world, Trunks is technically the strongest being in this world right now. Oh, if I'm saying Trunks, I mean Issei. Sir Sex, Michael, Azazel, Rias, and all the noble demons, highest demons, and angels, archangels, fallen angels, top tier fallen angels heard this, and they all wonder who this was, but they decided not to do anything about it because the power suddenly went away once the roar stopped. Issei looked at himself and saw that there was lightning on his body, and his hair went more spiky. Then Trunks said, "Congratulations, Issei. You managed to go Super Saiyan." Then Issei smiled at himself, and said, "Good. Now, what should I do next for the other 5 months?" Then Trunks said, "To keep training. We need to keep training on your body so you can go over your limit." Then Issei kept training for 5 months, and this is like the week before the last week of the fifth month. Then Issei decided to look for clothes that looks like Trunks. The only thing that Issei found was the jacket and the handle for his sword. So yeah, as Issei was walking through the streets, he was walking through a shop that looks kind of like the Castle Corp that he remembered, since he has Trunks memories. Issei saw the same clothes future Trunks wear, the Dragon Ball Super arc with Goku Black. That clothes he found. As he said, I might as well get in there because and this time Bulma left enough money for Trunks to survive in the other world if he ever was reincarnated, because Trunks told her that he's gonna be reincarnated. So before Trunks died, his mother was still alive, so he decided to tell her to send a machine to the other universes with money enough for his reincarnation to survive. So the money that he got from Bulma, his quote unquote mother. If I'm saying that, that means it's not his real, but it is his mother. And then he bought the clothes the future Trunks from the Black Goku Sega, that one. Then Issei decided to buy the red scarf that you see on the screen, that one. And yes, I'm gonna make Issei meet Trunks from the past. Since he fully looks like Trunks, his name will be Trunks. Simple as that. Bulma will look at him like a son because he'll have the attitude of Trunks. He'll have everything like Trunks, but he'll only have Issei's memories. Simple as that. But he'll be known as Trunks. Then, a few days later, Trunks was walking around the place. As he saw a demon attacking people. Attacking a girl. I'm not gonna go into detail how the girl looks. This is Rainera. I'm not gonna go into freaking details. Rhaenyra. As Rhaenyra was having a hard time killing this demon, then Issei decided to do a full power energy wave. As he did it, killing off the demon. As Rhaenyra looked behind her and saw a blue-haired kid smiling at her as he said, "You better be careful next time, Rhaenyra," as she disappeared in an instinct. So technically the speed that Issei had, it'll be the same speed as if Goku was flying. The same speed as Master Ultra Instinct. I might have just set the future a bit too early, but who cares? Then Issei disappeared. Rhaenyra wanted to say something, but she said, "Maybe that kid is going to my school. I might as well wait and see who is he." As we skip to the 6th month, it was already been 1 year. Issei's in his second year of school. So I'm gonna say that. So my Jesus Christ. So season 3. There wasn't really that much fighting. Well, I'm just gonna make my own arc out. Yeah, I'm gonna make my own arc for season 3 because season 3 was really not that much fighting. Oh yeah, season 3 was the underworld trip. God dang it. Yeah, I'm gonna just make this arc for this first episode. That's all. As Issei was walking to class, he saw the school and Trunks just told him to go to class. You need to learn. Even though you have a lot of knowledge in you, you still have to learn. Then Issei just sighed and said, come on." Then Trunks said, "Kid, don't do that to me again." And Issei said, "Yes, sir." Because even though Issei is Trunks can still beat him up in his mind. So Issei decided to go to class. Issei was in the front of the hallways, looking up at the school as everyone saw him. They saw a blue-haired kid wearing a Capsule Corporation jacket, but just wearing the shirt of the school under that, and the pants of the school and everything else. But the boots that Trunks wears, he still has it on. The scarf and the sword is still on his back. Just imagine the shirt and the pants is under his shirt and the pants of school. As everyone saw him, they were all shocked of who he actually is. They all started spreading rumors that this kid looks pretty. All the girls that looked at him were blushing because, literally, I don't know how and I don't know how. Literally, it's pretty easy in High School DxD. It's literally pretty easy to get a girl to look at you in High School DxD. But they had spread rumors of a new prince being in class and being in school. They started to call him the Sword Prince, just because of being in class for one day. His name is Sword Prince. Then Issei started to walk around. He reached his old classroom as he smiled at this and said, "It's good to be back. I can't wait until I see Grimory again." Then Trunks heard this thought and said, "Oh God. If somebody wanted to make enemies with this kid, they're dead. Because in this world, since there's no key, Super Saiyan 2 is literally enough to destroy a god." And I don't mean any type of god. I mean the god of DxD. I don't mean the god of Super Dragon Balls. Then Issei walked in and sat on the board. Everyone saw him and started to wonder, "We have a new student?" Then he walked and walked and walked and walked. He was in Issei Kyoto's chair as he sat down and looked outside the window. Then a few moments later, the teacher came in with Rhaenyra. And I'm going to switch it that Rhaenyra is going to be in Issei's classroom. So that's all I'm going to say. Then, Issei... Then Issei got a look as he felt a person looking at him. since he can sense ki, he decided to look at where the sense was coming, as he saw Renera, as he smiled at her, and she smiled back. Then she set out to see where he's next to Issei. And this one, Renera's gonna be in the same class as Issei. No different school, no of that crap. Then Issei said, "Hi, I'm Trunks. Trunks Hyoto." Then when Renera touched Issei's hand, she felt the same warmth as Issei used to have. Then she just said to him, "You're not really Trunks, are you?" Then Issei said, "Am I really that easy to find out that I'm not Trunks?" Then he laughed and said, "So, Renera, how's life for you over these years? Over the first year?" Then she said, "But where have you been? You have changed a lot. What happened to you?" Then he said, "I'll explain when I see Grimory again," giving her a mad tone in his answer. And Rhaenyra, when she heard this tone, she felt like the old Issei is gone. No more of the nice kid, but he still was being nice because of Trunks and him. But when he gets angry, it's over. So when the teacher came in, he saw Issei and said, class, I didn't know we were having a new student." As Is Then the teacher said, "Hey, kid, can you please tell us your name?" Then he got up and said, and I'm gonna say that Rias and her group heard this rumor of the kid going to the same class as Renera, so they were at the door listening. And the teacher saw this, but he just let it be and said, "Who really are you?" And he said, as he got up and said, "Trunks Hyoto. Or you can call me Issei Hyoto. But I go by Trunks for now." Then when they heard Issei Hyoto, they looked at him. All the girls in class went from blushing out of hotness to back to, "I'm gonna kill that bastard." As the candle leaders, all the candle teams, no, all the candle team members that were in Issei's class went to attack Issei. As Issei said, "You guys never change, do you?" Then when he then Issei disappeared and reappeared with his sword out of his hand. As he put it back, and just once he put it back in its sheath, all the blades were cut into pieces. As he appeared holding a sword at the candle team's leader, and said, "If you want to fight a pervert, fight those two over there," pointing at his old friends, as he said, "They are the perverts that have been dragging me into that. I don't really care. I wasn't a pervert. I was always dragged around. I didn't even get to look. What's the point of you prating me? They were the ones that were looking. I was just admiring a red-haired someone. But now I know that red-haired someone is just a bitch. So why would I care? Let me tell you one more thing, candle leader. Or why would I care? You're just a girl who hits people without finding out who they are. I don't even know if you're worth being a leader. I'm not gonna chop your neck off. You're just a girl who did nothing to me. But one more thing. The next time this happens, I will chop your head off with no fear. So try that again, and you'll meet your doom." Then, she listened closely and nodded, nodded with fear on her fear showing off her face. Then Issei put the sword back in his back and said, "Good. Now, since it's almost lunchtime, I'm leaving." Then the teacher said, "Wait, Issei, it's not lunchtime," and the bell rang. Then the teacher was like, "How did he knew that was going to happen?" As Issei looked at him and said, "If you want to know how I knew, the schedule of the school is really simple. I always get the things a minute earlier, so Why would you want to know, teacher? As the teacher was shocked to see Issei would know the schedule of the school so much better than everyone else. As he looked at the guys and said, "You guys can have these girls. There's only one person that I care about in the school, and it's her." Pointing out Rainera. Then Rainera was looking at Issei, and she started to blush a bit, but she hid it because she didn't want Issei to see this. But Issei noticed it. As he smiled at Rainera and said, "Well, Rainera, I'll meet you later." Well, tell say so. I'll be happy to meet him anytime again. But until then, I will. But until then, make sure not to get killed. As he was walking out of the classroom, every boy in class was happy that he only cared about one girl. That was only Green as he left off. Rias and her barrage were behind the door as they were about to attack Issei, but when they remember what happened to the Kendall team, they didn't mess with him. Issei noticed them, but he didn't want to do anything just yet. I am saving that so when Issei has joins a certain someone that I'm gonna make him join, and he goes to the underworld training because the certain someone has to go with Ria's Grimmery. And if you already know who I'm talking about, that has to go with Grimmery, and he's a fallen angel and he's in the group, y'all know who it is. And one more thing, Irene and Sinovia, they're already there. So this isn't after the Cocobio fight. So this is technically season 3 and 4 combined too. Yep. Then Issei walked away. Rias was about to shoot a magic attack on him. Before she could do anything, he disappeared. All they saw was wind. A wind blasting at them. They saw Issei on the first floor. With only one step, he was on the first floor. As he started to walk to the lunchroom. Everyone was getting ready to go to the lunchroom. So we cut back to Rainera. Every girl and every boy in class were starting to ask her, "So Issei Hyodo, he's alive, and he only trusts you?" Then everyone started to ask Rainera, "Hey, can you help? Can we talk to Issei too, please, please?" Then Rainera said, "I don't think he's gonna wanna talk to any of you. I think he'll just kill you if I bring you, but I might try." Then Issei looked. Then Issei appeared next to Rainera and said, "So, are you planning? Are you planning on having lunch here, or you want to come with me?" Then Rainera said, "I'll go with you." Then he said, "Good. Now hold on." As he pat her head and told her, "Hold on to my shoulder and we're leaving." Then Issei disappear. Use interest transmission. I am giving him that ability. That's a simple ability to learn. Then Issei used interest transmission and appear at a restaurant, eating food right now. Everything went to normal. It wasn't a day. And I'm gonna say that the ship is right now. Don't start acting cuckoo nuts. But still, Rhaenyra's gonna be a yandere in this one. And still. So yeah, when I forgot to say the part, when Issei saved her, she got heart on her eyes. So she's technically saying on her head and she's hiding it from Issei. "You're all mine. If anyone tries to touch all that all that crap that all the yanderes do, that's what happened to Issei." So I feel bad for Issei now. But good luck. You're gonna have one hell of a girl. Then Issei smile at Rhaenyra. And Rhaenyra in her head is going, "Shut that mode. Shut down." He smiled at me. "Shut down. Help. Help." So technically in this one, Rhaenyra is a girl that nobody talks to, and Issei was the only one that talked to her. So yandere mode. She's obsessed with him. So that's why she spent 1 year looking for him. And if it took 30 years, she'll keep looking for him. Then Issei said, "So you were that worried enough to be spending years to look for me?" Then Rhaenyra nodded at Issei, hiding her blushing face. by looking down. As Issei said, "Well, since we're done, I think it's time to go the back to school. You ready?" Issei left the money, the pay he paid for the food, and then told Rainer to hold on as he grabbed her in for a hug. I don't mean like those type of hugs. I mean, to make it more detailed, he grabbed her by the waist, put her close to him, and smiled at her. And she was going berserk mode. Yandere. If you guys watch Jeff the Whatifer, oh god. If I'm gonna say to watch Jeff the Whatifer, he's a good whatifer. So watch him if you want to know what I mean when I say that. It's gonna go to a yandere version a yandere version where Rhaenyra is gonna be going berserk when Issei does anything towards her. So let's go back. Issei teleported back to class and appeared there. Then we go back to when school was half done. They decided to let everyone have a free period outside. Issei was on sitting on the floor of the grass, looking up at the sky. As he just wondered, would this day ever end? I like it. Then he felt someone walking towards him. As he saw Alex, Rias, Akano, Konako, Kiba, Irene, Asia, and Zenobia, the people that are going to die by his hands. Then Issei just let out a sigh and said, God, save me for once. Lord Zeno, wherever you are in the world, just save me for once. Then he suddenly felt Trunks as he said, Yo, what's up? Then Trunks said, Trunks, do you ever know someone that can save me when I need him? Then Trunks said, sorry kid, you're on your own. Then Trunks said, then Issei was like, oh my god. As he just hold his anger before they came. So when they came towards him, they said, so Issei Hyodo actually had a power. As he said, oh, hi, Rias. How's your day? Giving her a smile that she will never forget. It was the same smile Issei gave her when he said, you better hope I'm dead, Grimmery. Wait, scratch when I say Rias? He says, hi there, Grimmery. How are you? Giving her the same smile that I said. Then Alex speaked up and said, why are you not calling her by her name? Didn't you always call her by that? Then Issei disappeared and reappear in the sky. So the only person that could see him fly would be Rhaenyra and everyone else. But nah, Rhaenyra. But not everyone else was in class, so they gave Issei and her a free period for finishing all the questions fast. Yeah. So yeah, Issei was in the sky and said, "You guys can only fly with wings. I fly without them. Try to catch me." As Issei went to the then Issei was like, "So what do you need, Alex? So how is life with the group that actually betrayed me, and 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 you being one of my friends who would actually do the same?" As Alex laughed and said, "I was only your friend for your power. I was planning on destroying you." Then Issei laughed and said, when Volley comes, try to destroy him. You'll meet your doom. I won't care, and you'll just be on your own. It doesn't matter to me. Once he kills you, it's the end of all. The Red Dragon Emperor won't exist once he kills you, chopping that hand out of you and destroying it out of existence. And Drake, make sure he doesn't die, because the person that's gonna kill him will be me, showing a glimpse of his Super Saiyan 2, and letting out some of his bloodlust, which is more greater than Alex himself, which made Renera go cuckoo. I don't mean cuckoo that way, I mean cuckoo the other way. And then Rhaenyra appeared next to Issei and say, "Hi, Issei." Then Issei just said, "Hi, Rhaenyra." "Well, you better hide your wings." Then she hid them. She put them back and was falling to the ground, and Issei appeared right in front of her fall and caught her and said, "Try to land next time, please." Then she was blushing real hard, making her face look like a tomato, and said and nodded at him. Issei noticed this and just smiled, making her whole body go tomato color. Then Rias noticed this and got a bit angry, but she knew that Issei wasn't gonna join them. Then Rias asked, "What happened to you, Issei?" And Issei said, "You already know what you did, Rias. The moment the moment you let me off is the moment that you have decided your fate. The fate of this universe is in my hands. Not even God or Michael himself would think of even trying to touch me. And you, Asia. Now I'm gonna tell Michael to not let you pray. You know it was because of me, right, that you were able to pray." As you look at Rhaenyra and said, "Rhaenyra, am I right or am I wrong? You heard all the stories that they told you that who was the one that let Asia and Sinovia pray. Irene was only there because she joined the classroom because of Michael, and Michael put a camera on her, so he was seeing everything that Rios was talking about, that Issei was talking about. Then Irene speaked up and said, "Hi, Issei." And Issei looked at her and smiled and said, "Hi, Irene. What are you doing with them?" Then Irene said, "Oh, Lord Michael has assigned me to help the Grimory family." As Issei just got a bit angry but said, "Tell Michael to do me a favor. Tell him I'll be meeting him later and tell him if he can contact Azazel." Wait, don't worry. I'll tell Rhaenyra to contact Azazel for me. As Rhaenyra was shocked to hear, What do you want with Azazel? He is my only friend. And I need a favor from that little old shit." As they heard Issei curse for once, and they said, "Issei, you just cursed." "I know. So why do you care, Grimory? You're the one that made me like this. So you'll meet your end soon enough. But not just now. I'll be leaving for now. But the next time we meet, it'll be at a place where I can actually kill that bastard over there," pointing at Alex. So Issei goes to the apartment that he bought over the 5 months, the 1 year. As before he left, he said, "Hey, Rhaenyra, if you ever need my help, just snap, just let some of your bloodlust out, and I'll be there in an instant. I'll be meeting you later." As he put, I'm gonna make a different Issei transmission where for Issei, since Issei has enough key to destroy the world, I'm gonna give him an Issei transmission where he thinks of the place and he'll disappear and go there. Then Rhaenyra asks, "Where are you going, Issei?" As Issei said, "I'll be at my house. I'll see you tomorrow at school." Then Issei disappears, leaving all of them shocked. Well, guys, this will be the ending of the What If. I'm going to be saying thank you for 520 subscribers. This will be the special. I'll be making two because of this one being short. I'll be making two What Ifs for today. Because of me making the What If really short, I'll be making two for today. The next part of What If Deku was the Omni King will be today. And the next part of this one will be tomorrow. Hope you like this. Have a good day, have a good night wherever you are, and peace.